Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Martin, and in today's video we're looking at An American Werewolf in London. So once again we're back with a film that I have been longing to watch for years. So this is going to sound ridiculous to probably everyone, but I've been recommended this movie a lot, so many times by so many different people. So much so that I have this movie, I think I've bought this movie maybe 4 times. I think I have 4 copies of this movie on Blu-ray. Various different editions. The one I'm using today is this lovely VHS styled covered Blu-ray. But I have a bunch of different ones. I have like a bog standard one, I have that one, I have like the collector's edition one that came out not too long ago. But I've never actually watched the movie. I just never got around to it apparently. But today we rectify that. We are watching An American Werewolf in London. This is my first time watching this. All I know is that there's a werewolf, there's a transformation scene that blows everyone's mind, and that's it. That's pretty much all I know about the movie, other than what the title describes. So let's get into this, An American Werewolf in London.
You're not having a good time, are you?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, look around. Isn't this a fun place?
I was just about to say, of all the places, of all the places you choose to go, like hiking, traveling, like you don't go to like Spain, Italy, exotic places. Let's go to the hilly moors.
The slaughtered lamb.
Inviting.
That's kind of strange.
Where's the lamb?
That's a very good question. Oh my god, it's Rick Mail.
Hello.
What's Rick Mail doing here?
Nice to see you.
All the people to crop up in this movie, I was not expecting Rick Mail.
So what's that scar on the wall for?
Well, he just killed the fucking mood, didn't he?
You made me miss.
Don't make a man miss at his darts.
I've never missed that board before.
Since he was 3 years old, he's been hitting that board, just throwing darts.
There's no food here. Go. God be with you.
Just because they asked about a star on the wall. Kick him out.
Stay on the road. Keep clear to the moors.
What's to say they're going to completely ignore that advice? If the locals tell you to stay on the path, you stay on the goddamn path. This whole opening's giving me like Hammer horror feels.
Please don't rain. Oh.
They're walking off the path. They're on the mud.
Oh, thank you.
One bit of advice and they've already gone against it. Look at them. Look at them walking on the grass as if it doesn't matter. It's like they've never watched a movie before.
Do you hear it?
No, I don't hear that obvious howling. Don't hear it.
Beware the moon and stick to the road.
Yeah, you fucked that up real quick.
Hey, wait a minute. We're lost.
This is why you stick to the path.
What is that?
We're lost. Because you didn't stay on the path.
Anywhere.
Oh shit, what is it?
It's a sheepdog or something.
It's a
Come on, slowly, let's
sheepdog.
walk away.
I thought he was going to say it's a sheep.
Come on, Jack.
It's a sheep.
Walk away.
You scared me, you shithead. You gonna help me up or what?
Oh, that's a wolf. He's fucked. He's fucked. He's just legging it. He's leaving. He just fucking left it. Oh my god.
Jack.
Oh my god. They actually a bit late. They showed up a bit late, but they actually decided to help.
I appreciate how upset you are, but this is no reason for hysterics. Mr. Kessler? Mr. Kessler, try
I mean,
not to excite yourself.
He just told his friend's dead. He's in London for some reason. I mean, I think he's got a right to be a little peeved.
Doctor, my memory is fine. It's my sanity I'm beginning to worry about.
Ooh, back to the Evil Dead camera. He's fucking that deer up. Okay. Okay. Well, float your boat, my man. Raw deer? I mean, you could at least cook it.
Do you like them?
No.
Right.
Like it's stealing. Whoa! What the fuck? She's she's just like, what? What just happened? Did I just get hit on by a small boy? Oh. What the fuck? Oh! Hi. Hi. Hi there. Pointy teeth.
It was an animal, a big wolf or something. A rabid dog. Let's have a look, shall we?
Why does no one believe him? Like, this is what makes me feel like some people know more than what's going on, because they're like, every time he says wolf, they're like, shut up. Have we gone back in time? What's going on? What's going on here? What the fuck is going? Excuse me? Ugh. Ugh. This is gonna still be a nightmare, isn't it? Yep, fucking knew it. Fucking called it. Oh, Jesus.
Can I have a piece of toast? Get the fuck out of here,
What
Jack.
the fuck is this now?
Your parents came to my funeral. I was surprised at how many people came.
Why should you be surprised? You were a very
Makeup
white
is
person.
so fucking good.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it was, wasn't it?
Well, I like
The whole, like, throat section.
Mine cried a
Ugh.
lot.
Look at it. Ugh.
We were attacked by a werewolf
I'm not listening to this.
on the moors. We
I'm
were
s-
attacked.
Is he hallucinating? I'm so confused. Is he hallucinating? Or is he an actual ghost?
An unnatural. The undead surround me. Have you ever talked to a
So he's a
corpse?
ghost. He's an actual
Boring.
ghost.
I'm lonely. Take your life, David. Kill
What?
yourself.
What the fuck? I
Or
mean,
you kill others.
if he's a werewolf, he's probably
Please don't cry.
got the best intentions going on here.
I'm a werewolf.
A werewolf.
Yeah, you're totally sane, dude. You keep being you.
There's a shop on the corner. We'll get some food.
Was that fucking creepy dude standing in the shop, or was it a mannequin? Just fucking standing there. I have to say, this like floral bedding, peak British bedding. Okay, that mirror, I should say, is slightly ajar. So there's gonna be, he's gonna push it. Something's gonna be there. What? I watched too many movies.
You're not.
Now he's a zombie. He's decaying. I'm wondering how far this makeup's gonna go.
A nurse, huh?
Like, I don't think this film's gonna, like, shortchange the werewolf thing, so I definitely think he is a werewolf. That's where my head is at. But I find it interesting that the film is sort of playing with this idea of, if he's insane or not. This guy's come to see what's up. He's doing the police's job for them, apparently.
So, you've heard nothing of this incident?
So this guy's, like, becoming our Van Helsing of the story. Look at him. Look at that creeper. I stand by the church, I do. If you come near my church, I'll set the dogs on.
It's almost full moon. You've changed. You. That's enough!
Where did you come from?
That's enough!
He just appeared. Cat don't like you. Is that the same cat from Alien? It's been like everyone during lockdown. Just what do we do? What do we do? Just walk around this room. What the fuck is that? Why is he so sweaty all of a sudden? He really is. It's like he was not sweaty at all, and then he super sweaty. Oh, that looks painful. Oh, this looked like a hard day filming. Like, not a pleasant experience. Oh, that's cool. It's cool though. like how many layers of effects they had to do here, like just cutting between the different stages. Transformation was pretty fucking good though. The effects were out like chef kiss good.
You're crazy, Harry.
Oh, he's crazy. He wants to go around the back. He's gonna get eaten. That was a cut and a half. Why have you walked so far out? What is this guy thinking? I'm gonna not just walk out into the back field behind my house. I'm gonna walk into the woods. I do like how this movie is sort of an undercover, very traditional monster movie, but is like contemporizing it. Well, you're dead as well. I can only assume the camera's focusing on you for no good reason, so you're probably gonna die. And I've never seen you before up to this point. You're fucked, buddy. This is cool though. I like how they're using the underground for this. This is cool. Oh, this is cool. Oh my god, that clock just says 13:01. I thought we were like at midnight. Oh, that's a good cut. That's a good cut. Bravo, film. Fuck's sake. He's woken up. He's woken up in the wolf pen, hasn't he? Yep. there he is. Wolf friend. Imagine you're an actor and you're like, yep, just get into this cage with these wolves naked. They'll be fine. There's a surprising amount of full frontal dick in this movie. Don't do this. This is...
Come over here. Thank you.
Fucking... kid trying not to laugh, but then just look angry. Stop. He fucking lickety split.
My body feels great. I feel like an athlete. Let's go back to your place for a quickie. Later. Oh, come on. Later. Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't think he could have said that any less, like, sexually. Let's go back for a quickie. Come on.
Officer, I killed those people last night.
You did you? All right, you two, move along, right?
Come on, David.
No, come on, I want you.
I mean, surely he'd have to take that seriously. Surely if a guy comes running up to you, your police officer, and saying, I killed those people, you'd have to take that seriously, right? You can't just be like, nah.
You're all alone? Mom and Dad would never leave me alone when I was 10.
That's
No,
why
not 10 and a half either.
he's just fucking jealous of his little sibling.
Yes, tell Mom and Dad that I love them, okay? Just do it for me, will you please? And, don't fight with Max.
I really like this guy's
And
guy's
please don't forget
performance.
what I told you about Mom and Dad.
He's really bringing
That I love them.
a nice mixture of stuff. Oh, we're just gonna do it here. Just gonna do it right here. Ugh. Nope, nope. Hey, buddy, you're looking real good.
How much is it?
£2.80, sir.
How weird would that look from her point of view? He just ran across the road like, I'm coming to the non-stop orgy.
What you gonna say, I told you so?
If I were still alive, I probably would. But I did tell you so, you schmuck.
I don't remember doing it.
What about the zoo?
Yeah, you woke up in a zoo. Come on now.
And if I'm not the
One of the living dead until the wolf's bloodline is severed and the curse lifted.
This is a really cool concept. I'm
You
really
must
liking it.
die.
Are Alf, Ted, and Joseph.
Can't say we're pleased to meet you, Mr. Kessler. I know where you can get a gun.
Don't I need a silver bullet or something?
Oh, be serious, would you?
Madness.
Oh, a gun would be good.
It's a cool concept. I like this idea of the ghosts living on and him being able to see them. Oh, oh. Okay, you just keep staring, my man. It's interesting that it's on all fours. It's an interesting take. Oh my god! Jesus!
Hobbs said there's a disturbance in Piccadilly Circus involving some sort of mad dog.
My mind just instantly went to, as there's been a disturbance in the force. Fucking nerd. There's things scuttling on the ground. Yes, let's all run towards the creature. We're all idiots.
I love you, David.
Yeah, I'll say that. Boom, end. That was that ending was very very forthright. Trying to decide if I like that. Frank Oz was in this? Who was he? Who did Frank Oz play? How did I miss that? Frank Oz was the fucking like dude from, that's not very descriptive. He was a fucking guy in the hospital. Of course he was. Now I know it was him. I can see it. Fuck's sake. Idiot. Me dummy. Okay, that was the reaction, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and let me know. But other than that, we're going to get into the discussion for An American Werewolf in London. So, An American Werewolf in London, directed by John Landis, who I believe is, up to this point, was largely known for comedy. So this is just an interesting take for him. Here's the thing: I do love horror movies as a genre. I love all the different directions they can go in, all the different styles you can do them in, all the different ways you can explore horror as a genre. It doesn't necessarily have to be like paranormal or monsters or whatever. It can literally be anything if you've got a mind that you can apply to it, especially as we've seen in some recent films that have come out. But I do have a special place in my heart for like the traditional monsters of horror, like your vampire, your werewolf, Frankenstein's monster, that kind of stuff. I've got a soft spot for all that kind of more traditional stuff. And what I love most about this movie is that it is basically a retelling of that tale, the werewolf story. It is literally just another version of that original kind of traditional werewolf story. It's just contemporized for when this film came out. And I think it's done really well. Like, going into it, obviously I didn't know really anything about this film. I've not seen it before. As I said at the top, I thought it was interesting that they were playing with it in such a way that there could well be a possibility that the guy's just insane. And that he's just seeing, like, he generally just believed he was attacked by a wolf-like creature. But then obviously when he's like laying unconscious on the ground, you see a person laying next to him. Obviously that was the werewolf who then turned into the person. And that's what I initially thought when I saw that moment. But then as the sort of beginnings of his transformation, the way it was all done narratively seemed to be heavily leaning into the idea of, oh, maybe he's just insane and like he just didn't put two and two together or whatever. I felt it was really interesting how much they lent into that. Obviously, and I kind of expected as much, that he does turn out to in fact be a werewolf, because I thought that might well be the case. But I thought it was really interesting that they do lean so much into that. They tried to set up that whole idea that maybe he's just insane. And I think it's effective. It's effective in terms of really putting you in his shoes, where, at least for me, where it generally had me considering maybe he is just insane. So that proves it works. It works that it's making you empathize with him on that level of this whole transformation, not just the physical transformation of him becoming the Wolfman, but the sort of mental and trauma of it going on in his brain. I really liked all that stuff. And I really liked the lead actor's performance in this. I feel like you had, like I say, you had a lot of empathy for him, but there was also a lot of fun with him. I mean, in a nutshell, he just felt like a truly complete character, right? He felt like someone who got angry, who was scared, who was brave at times, and who was funny at times. Like, he just felt very three-dimensional. This guy really encompasses a lot of emotion. I generally felt bad for him in this situation because he seemed like a likable person. But he also has flaws as well, but it's a human thing. It's human to have flaws, and it all just balanced itself out, and it was just a really nice performance. And I mean, I don't know obviously how much of this stuff was worked out while they were filming, but well written as well. So bravo for the lead character, because obviously you need to be on his side because he is turning into a monster. He is killing people, and you need to empathize and feel sympathy for him in order for you to be like, you know, I'm on this guy's side despite what's going on. And you know, it's very easy in those sort of situations to write a character or perform a character in a way where the audience will just be like, fuck this guy, he's killing people. You know what I mean? So I think it's a really top-notch job on that department. There were also lots of cool, like, transitional shots in here. There were some weird ones, which, if it's in the reaction segment, when he did his first transformation and he was attacking people, there were some very odd, sharp cuts that, like, were just like, I don't know, maybe it was by design because it just kind of offset me. I was like, oh, whoa, oh, okay, we're now we're here. I don't know if that was by design, but it just felt very strange. But then later on, and for that, there was some really cool transitional shots, like using things passing by the camera, and also it kind of reminded me of some of the stuff like Edgar Wright does in his movies. And that would make sense because, I mean, I know one of the reasons I've been wanting to watch this movie for so long is because I know Edgar Wright is a massive fan of it, and he always brings it up on Halloween. If you follow him on social medias and stuff, An American Werewolf in London is a movie he always brings up. So that's one of the reasons I've been wanting to watch it for such a long time, because, you know, as recommendations go, you can trust people like Edgar Wright, you know. But I felt like an element of his kind of directional style in this, especially with some of the transitioning from scene to scene. And it's interesting that I find, obviously, John Landis being primarily known as a comedy director, I find it like it's an interesting parallel to what's going on now in horror, because we have a lot of horror coming out now which has either comedy actors or performers in the lead roles, or people who are largely associated with comedy behind the camera, coming up with these new ideas that are coming out recently. And it's interesting. It's almost as if John Landis was doing that before it was cool, you know. So it's interesting that it's not just a recent thing. It's just a creative thing that seems to track that. Quite often, people who have a mind for comedy have a mind for horror. They have a mind for what people find scary or dark or whatever. So it's just an interesting little thing. But like I say, I have a soft spot for these old school kind of monster stories of the traditional monsters of horror, and this really ticked the boxes of that. The only thing I find myself not super fond of was seeing the werewolf in its full form. I like call me crazy or that I'm wrong, but I tend to like my werewolf standing up on two legs. Which is a ridiculous statement. But generally speaking, that's the design of a werewolf that I tend to like a lot more. Werewolves being on all fours, I don't know, I just find that not as you know, it just seems like a big dog at that point, and I find dogs kind of cute. Even if they're scary looking big dogs, I still find them cute. But you put them up on two legs with big teeth and growling and snarling and swiping, and then it becomes more scary. If they're on all fours, it just feels like, oh, that's a big cuddly dog. You know what I mean? But despite that very small little nitpick, that because you don't really see the werewolf in its full form until the very end, sort of trotting about and stuff. That ending sequence, by the way, was amazing. So much stuff was going on, the fucking stunt work, everything. That was a really cool little segment I enjoyed. The other segment that really stood out to me was the whole subway chase. The guy in the subway with POV shots, that was great. They filmed a lot of that subway stuff, POV stuff, from a lower angle, which is what gave it the weird, sort of creepy chasing vibes, which worked so well. I don't know, but I just really like that subway chase scene. I think it was a really effective way of showing this monster like hunting down its prey, and even the beginning before the chase starts, like using the echoes of the tube and the trains and stuff to resemble like the howling and the growling. That was really cool. I really liked all of that. And then I really liked all the supporting characters as well. I feel like they all filled their roles like quite up to the traditional paranoid villagers who have this secret and they're trying to guard it for whatever reason that we don't really understand other than that they're scared. And then we had like our Van Helsing character, the sympathetic character to the monster, all that stuff. I really liked all of them. I enjoyed it. I wish like the Doctor had a bit more to do in it, but I enjoyed what he brought to it nevertheless, and the fact that he was investigating and trying to find out the truth of the whole thing. That was fun. But yeah, all in all, this film feels like it has like the complete package. It's fun, it's scary, it's got cool directional work, it's got a fun story to tell, a traditional story to tell. You know, sometimes the old ones are the best ones, as they say. It just has the complete package, right? It's got the drama, it's got the scary, it's got the funny, it's got the love, it's got all of it. Everything is covered here, and it just makes for a really good time. So, ranking An American Werewolf in London, I think I'm going to have to go with maybe an 8.5 for this. I think it's a really strong movie. I love the effects on the transition between the man to the wolf. That was really cool, and you can see why it's brought up still in conversation to this day, and I'm sure it's studied to death. But yeah, it was really cool. There's just a lot to love in here. But yeah, it's a really fun sort of classic kind of old school horror movie contemporized with well, I say contemporized, obviously this movie's X amount years old now, but it still feels like it's got like a modern feel to it, even though it's obviously from the 80s, I do believe. I haven't looked up the date yet, but I think it's the 80s. But it feels like a modern take on a traditional tale, which I like. It's fun. It's a fun way to tell those old stories through that kind of lens. So yeah, I'm happy with this one. I had a lot of fun. I'd happily rewatch this any day. But yeah, that was An American Werewolf in London. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. It lets me know, lets everyone else know, and it helps this video and this channel out. If you really enjoyed it, please consider hitting the subscribe button so then you won't miss any future videos, which is always a good thing. Also, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this movie. When you watched it, did you enjoy it? Did it scare you? Did you find it funny? Like, where do you fall on it? Or if you don't like it at all, please, I'll be interested to know all that stuff, your opinions about this movie. But other than that, thank you for watching, guys, and I will catch you all.